Hi everyone, another month here, another monthly stats update. We've got the numbers from October of 2018 and we're going to give those to you from a high level here. We're going to try and keep the video to within 3.5 minutes. As always, I appreciate the likes and comments. Thanks very much for that. It is always very helpful, so keep it up. Getting right into it here, I posted a couple days ago on my LinkedIn and Facebook that the sales to active ratio has actually ticked up in the month of October compared to the last sort of 6 to 8 months where we saw pretty steady declines here. This is a positive indicator that we use to look at where the market's going in the sort of short to medium term. Now that increase, it is a bit of a slight change, of course, but the general trends are really the same. And I think that increase in the sales to active ratios is probably a little bit seasonal, and it's a little bit of an anomaly because I think we had a lot of listings come off the market, or people that are sort of holding off now because it's been slow. They're holding off to the new year to list. But generally, we've got inventory that's up 42% year over year. And we've got sales figures for October 2018 that are down 26% from the 10-year average for the month of October. So we do have the general trends. Inventory has been climbing quite a bit. This is largely from what we've talked about in the past here. Historic lows in condo levels in 2017. We're climbing out of that. We're not even at historical normal levels yet, but we're getting there. And then sales demand has just been lower. This goes back to the federal government changing the mortgage qualification rules, the provincial government on 2 different levels back in 2016 and in 2018 adding a foreign buyers tax and empty homes taxes municipally and provincially. And all these changes, the Bank of Canada, of course, has raised interest rates several times in the last year and a bit. So all these factors have really brought us to where we are today, which is we have a 3.3% decline in home prices over the last 3 months. We have these generally slowing sales to active ratios. I think we're in for a new normal. I don't expect a rebound in the spring. I think we're in the process of a reset, and then we're going to have a pretty flat and normal balanced market for a little while with some ups and downs, in my opinion. Of course, we have no crystal ball, but there's no specific drivers that are going to substantially change the market here. So with some of the softening prices that we've seen, we have had some clients, again, I talk a lot about who this market favors. And in 2015, 2014, when we saw houses climbing first, it was a really good market for downsizers because people were selling their detached homes at really great prices and selling and buying nice condos that hadn't really appreciated as much yet. Now we've had a decline in detached homes, and condo prices have continued to be pretty strong. It's not as good a market for downsizers. It is a really good market for people moving up because condos are still fetching really good prices, especially if you bought a couple years ago. You're still seeing a good gain, but the price pressure has been from the top. So some of the clients of ours in the last few months that have moved into duplexes and detached homes got those at $200,000 to $300,000 below the original list price. So there's been some pretty substantial declines there. Just to wrap up in general here, we've got sales to active ratios right now that are sitting at 10% for the detached homes. This is across all of Greater Vancouver. That is in a buyer's market, so there'll be a bit of downward pressure in pricing there. Townhomes are at 19%, so that is in a higher balanced market towards a seller's cycle or seller's territory, but still in a balanced market. And condos are just in a seller's market. And so we have seen slight price declines in those areas as well. If you want to get into specific area pricing and specific product type pricing, 1 bedrooms compared to 2 bedrooms in what area of town, send us a message. We'll get you some really specific information and context that'll really help with what you plan to do for listing or buying. And feel free to reach out for any questions in general. It's a market. We've got some longer term trends happening, but different things that stand out each month. There is a lot of opportunity for clients here. Even though the volume has been down, I think people are really taking advantage of what's happening. So happy to help however I can, whether it's to plan for the future or to help you out now. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.